I'm gonna see if I can figure out the cruise control. It should be pretty easy. I see the cruise light on. Then I press it down. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing another test ride and review today. This is going to be the 2020 Road King Special in the Zephyr Blue. We got another 114 cubic inch Milwaukee 8. Similar to the Fat Boy, also has the floorboards, as you guys can see right here. This is a horn cover. I actually learned that today. I didn't know what part that was. Looks like we have your standard miles per hour gauge right here. I haven't clicked it on yet, but I do see we have a left blinker, high beam, neutral, oil, and a right blinker. Looks like we get your horn, high beams, low beams. This one right here is your traction control button. You also have a cruise control, I see, as well. And then this side controls, we have your right blinker, start stop, hazards, and your starter button. Looks like this one comes equipped with the smoked out turn signals. That's a neat addition to the bike. So from what I've learned and researched, this is going to be your introduction to your long touring bike. These ride reviews aren't really going to be, me giving a ton of specs on the motorcycle. What this mainly is, this is a raw perspective from someone that rides a sport bike, coming over to a cruiser and testing out every line for the very first time. Possibly if it was your first time getting on one of these, you would have a similar experience, or say I make a mistake, you guys can correct that mistake from watching my video and learn something you might not have known before. So, alright guys, we're going to go ahead and hop on this thing and go. There's a little bit of information about the bike, color, model, some of the features. So let's go ahead and start this thing up. So how are you going to start this bike? So you got off, ignition, and accessory. So what we're going to do, go ahead and turn to ignition. That's going to turn on all our controls. This one has a lot of lights on here, guys, so I believe, so what I can see from here is a tire pressure, a cruise control, battery, an R. I'm not sure if that stands for reverse or not, but you have a check engine light, gas light, ABS. There's a cloud with some rains. I'm not sure what that might mean. You also have traction control, so I need to get some research on those two buttons. I'll figure that out by the end of the video. So let's go ahead and start this thing up and go for the ride. Clutch in, turn to on. What I'm going to do is just kind of get used to the weight and feeling of turning here on the bike, because I don't want to mess anything up here. So looks like we have a half tank of gas. Alright. Generally, when I first kind of hop on a bike, I can tell how it's going to ride for the most part. If you guys ride bikes, you can kind of tell when you hop on the motorcycle how it's going to feel. So one thing that I can say for sure, the suspension is smoother on this motorcycle than it was on the 2020 Breakout. Definitely. 100% getting more used to riding the cruisers, no doubt. I would say I might enjoy the Fat Boy a little bit more if I were to go back and test ride it one more time, because that was literally like my very first time, hopping on a cruiser. This riding position is more similar to the 2020 Fat Boy in my opinion than the 2020 Breakout. So the handlebars are a little bit higher. You're at more of that elbow straight up stance instead of that lower relaxed riding stance. However, if you're going to be going for long distance, I would say both models are doable, you know, and comfortable. This Road King right here has no windscreen, and so I am feeling the wind a little bit more than I was in the 2020 Road Glide. Once again, I ride a sport bike and a sport touring bike. I do not ride a Harley Davidson motorcycle, so this is ride and review coming from someone who doesn't have much experience on a Harley at all. Just those other test rides that you guys might have seen in the previous videos. My front camera mount broke, so I really hope that the angle is okay and I'm not just picking up the whole bottom of the road, you know. It's not too heavy. You can definitely tell it's got more weight than the 2020 Breakout for sure. I do have pretty decent handle on the bike with the weight being more so down here. It also probably has to do with because there's no fairing up here, so it's not going to be extremely heavy up front. Whereas in the other motorcycle with that big old fairing in the front and all the electricals, you know, you are going to have some weight. Let's give it a little tunnel exhaust. That's a nice truck. So what I've realized is when you're going to be on like the Road King or the Fat Boy, your throttle response is not going to be as sensitive because it's not going to be as aggressive of a motorcycle to ride. They still all have the standard 114-inch Milwaukee 8. However, the weight is different and it's spread across the platform differently. This motorcycle does not appear to have a gear indicator, which sad for me, but let's just go ahead and get a little bit of riding in, guys. I do like explaining the features about the bike to you guys. However, at the same time, I really enjoy just riding the motorcycle. So what I'm gonna do is just get used to just riding the bike. Let's listen to some music and enjoy the ride. This has become my favorite route to take for test rides. It's got nice corners, you get a little bit of freeway, so you get to see how the bike turns, you get to see the braking, and you get to see the straight line on the highway, so you get a little bit of everything. I'm not going to be destroying these bikes, you know, they're brand new 2020 motorcycles, so I want to ride them with respect and appreciate the things that I've been given, you know. Just thinking about things that I don't like, I mean, I don't like that it doesn't have a gear indicator. That's something that I like on a motorcycle. It is comfortable. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the motorcycle does have cruise control. Let's try to test out the cruise control on the way back on the highway. Oh yeah. I don't know if we'll be able to turn cruise control with this guy in front of us. Alright, let's see if we can turn on cruise. So I pushed it in. I see the cruise light on. So I pushed it in. Then I pressed it down. Oh, we're on cruise control, baby! This thing's gonna cruise. Let's go! Oh yeah, that's sick. You can let off of cruise control by rolling on the throttle. I believe you can also let off of cruise control by pressing the brake, or you can also press the button. I should be able to start giving you guys a little bit better reviews. You know, I'm doing my best, so I'm hoping you guys enjoy them. Another really amazing motorcycle that I get to ride today, the 2020 Road King. Very fortunate. Thank you, Travis, again with Rock City. You guys come out and see them. These bikes are amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only complaint on some motorcycles, they're not real complaints, they're just personal preferences to say, you know. One thing I forgot to do is make sure you turn that to off. That's new for me, so that could be easy to forget. So if you're new and you buy this motorcycle, I forgot to turn this to off, that could be easy to forget. Come up here, check out these bikes. Once again, Travis at Rock City Harley, thank you so much for letting me test ride this amazing motorcycle. We'll see you guys in the next one.